We're back to the continuation of the story from minutes ago. If you missed any, catch it on the Morning X podcast. This is the best of the Morning X with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Do you have any customers from Atlanta?
Georgia, yes, we have. I haven't got the computer with me. I think we something in the region of about 40.
Yeah, well, let's not divulge any names.
No. I was just curious if you had Atlanta people.
So, like, are the alibis that you provide for men different than the alibis you provide for? And what do you tell? What kind of alibis for women?
It's funny you're saying that because we've noticed since we've been open that most of the men who want alibis for hotels. They want to get down to business straight away, no messing.
Right.
But we found with the ladies, they like to be wined and dined at nice restaurants, and they like to go to listen to music, and then they get down to the hotel. So the difference is that men want to get straight down to it, and the ladies want to have a good time before they do.
No, I understand, but I'm saying, what if a woman called you and said, I need an alibi because I'm going to meet my little friend, for dinner? What kind of alibi? I mean, I got a hair appointment tonight. I mean, I'm buying shoes.
There's a problem with the brake linings on the car. We can do that. We have even garage groups. We know people that have garages, and we have contacts now, literally around the world. They've been contacting us through the network, saying that they'll let us use their companies, and we can produce the documents as long as we give them a percentage of our sales. We've got lots of people now that are actually wanting to move in and join the agency as a franchise.
Did you start this company because you were cheating?
Of course not.
No, I wasn't cheating. No, I had no problems on that side of it. It was just all the people, because I worked with Slade too, which is Dave Hill and Don Powell from Slade, and I used to do a lot of recording. And as I said to you before, what happened was lots of people that I was in the business with, and these are famous people, were cheating, and they wanted to be covered with an alibi. That's how it happened.
Are the phone numbers active that you, like, on the sheet that you send through, or the letter?
Yes, yes, they're active phone numbers. So in other words, a man could be in Sydney with his mistress, although he's supposed to be in England. What would happen is he'd be staying at a hotel group in England. His wife would think he was at a hotel in England, and all the time he'd be living in Melbourne, but he'd be in Sydney with his fiancée.
So if they called, would you just take a message as the front desk? You would say you'd pass the message on to the man?
Or he's
what happens is that when that phone rings, it only rings for that certain company. So if his wife called, she would say, could I speak to Joe Summers, or whatever his name was? And then our secretary would say, well, just one moment, please. And she'd tap the name up on the computer. It would say, Joe Summers is a member of the Alibi, and she pays subscription fee, supposed to be at... And then she would say, I'm sorry, Joe's not in his hotel room at the moment. Would you like to leave a message or call back later? And then the wife would be reassured. But at the same time, my secretary then would ring Joe up in Sydney and say, Joe, it's the Alibi Agency, your wife has just called. And then immediately he would ring his wife and say, what did you want, darling? I've just walked in the hotel.
Very complex.
Unbelievable. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of rock stars that have used your business.
Yes, we still have.
I'm sure. What about any royals?
Royals? Well, there's not many left. They've all been found out, haven't they?
Right. Their stuff's public. They don't care.
They'd have to get disguised heavily, wouldn't they?
Right.
What could you do for the Royals? I don't know. Sell rock or something? I don't know.
Do you ever feel guilty about your business?
Oh, no. They ask me how I sleep, and I say mainly on my back, or sometimes I turn on my right-hand side.
Now, why is that? Why do you have no guilt? Because you are helping people.
He's not the one doing the cheating, though.
No, I know,
I'm not the one doing the cheating. Thanks very much. And
right, but you are facilitating it.
We just provide a service. I mean, the service is helping people. We keep marriages together.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like how drug dealers will say they have no remorse because it's not them. They're not taking the drugs.
Drug dealers, bookies, they're just the guy they're taking.
We just provide the service. See, the way I look at it is, we keep the marriages together. That what happens if a man falls in love with a nice young mistress that he's just met, and all of a sudden his wife finds out, he loses his children, the whole family's disrupted. Now, if we can keep the line, let them live it out, sometimes these relationships peter out. He goes back to his wife and children, and they don't know anything about it, and he's safe.
That's a very
problems.
That's a very nice
angle.
Nice rationalization you've come up with for yourself
there. At least we appreciate it. I can understand.
That's a very nice.
All right, Ronnie with the Alibi Company. It's alibi.co.uk if you want to find out about.
Or they can ring me direct and tell me what they think on my phone number if they want to.
And give that number out again.
Which is England 0976 316-827.
Yeah,
and what
well-
I would like to say is just, if you want to swing, give us a ring.
Yeah, you've got to dial 011 and then
wanna
44.
swing.
And if you know what, we'll put it. I mean, I don't even know if I want to put it on the web because then that doesn't make us
It's
any.
not your choice.
That doesn't
just
make us
sure
any
if you want
better.
to swing, to give us a ring, won't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Got
I'd
the
rather
plug in.
not. If you know what, if you got it, great. If I'm not going to give, if you didn't get it, don't email
Thanks,
me. 'Cause
Ronnie.
I'm not giving it out. But
Okay, keep rocking.
Appreciate your time.
thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
You're just an old rock and roller having
The alibi
fun.
man.
In his company, there's 16,000 people.
I am
that are in
blown away how many customers he
I
has.
gotta question that number. 16,000.
A lot of cheating going on in Europe.
there. What's he got to hide?
Yeah,
Sounds like the scheme is pretty laid out.
Yeah, I don't know that whole. Well, I'm just that we're helping families
Oh,
stay
of
together.
course
I don't know
not.
how
He's
that's gonna.
joking.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how that's gonna play with the man upstairs at the end of the game. But hey, whatever.
Service for everyone.
This is the best of the Morning X.
This is a gleeful show about bad behavior.